Hello, everyone. It's that time. Not only is it time for another stream, but we have made it. It is time for Kiwami 3, which is extremely exciting. I am so pumped for this. Mainly because of the fact that I've said it before that sorry, just clearing out some notifications. It's one of the lowest ones on the list for me, and it's like I don't think it's due to a bad story. There's like a couple silly things with it, but it is also Yakuza. But it was truly, I believe it was the gameplay that just like ruined how I felt about it. I mean, there's also like some of the grindy things, lack of karaoke, because that was the first game with karaoke. The cabaret was just kind of bleh. And I've said it, I think at the end of the last stream, that it was the oldest one that I had played at that point. In fact, I think it's still the oldest one that I've played. So I think, yeah, no, it had to be, right? Did the original 3 get released on the PS3 or 2? I think it was 3, PS3. So I don't know. I guess it'd be between that and Dead Souls. I don't know when Dead Souls got released. But yeah, at that point, like it was the oldest one I played, and I had just come off of like the newest one with Kiwami 2. So I do think a part of it had to do with that generational difference. So I think that had a hand in it. Was I dropping frames there for a second? Weird. But yeah, I think that had a little bit of a hand in it, and also just a lot of things that they changed as they released more and more games and just kind of improved it. I think 4 is definitely a good game. So I think that I heard that RGG said that 3 is probably going to be their last Kiwami game, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I understand it too. 3 was in need of it. 4, I think, is okay on its own. At least as of right now. Dead Soul. The thing would be if they could get a Dead Souls Kiwami. I think that would be great. Or, I guess in the end, just release Dead Souls on like PS5 or something like that, or on modern consoles, so that way it can run without chugging. I mean, they did it with Metal Gear Solid 4. That was Thursday that got announced. So I mean, I'll probably go through and it won't be a stream one because I don't think it's worth a stream. The only other Metal Gear Solid game I think I'm going to stream will be Delta. Because that's a full remake. But like going through and playing the collection, I don't think is necessary, because I think the only thing that's really different is the first ones have been smoothed out. I think that's it. And then obviously 4 now is no longer locked to the PS3. So I think Yeah, I think 4 played just fine. The big thing is, yeah, 3 just didn't. And Dead Souls really didn't. So I'm excited to actually like go through and experience this story again. Because of the fact that this should play a lot better. And they should have been able to take some of the things that they learned from all these other games that they've released since 3 and now been able to put it into here. Also, as you can see, for whatever reason, the album art's not showing up there. But we are playing Yakuza music. Of course, we're playing Yakuza. I'm still surprised that that I finished Ratchet and Clank last week. I was not expecting to. I fully expected there to be another 2 streams from it, but hey. I'll talk about this too when we get into the actual game and the recording. But I looked up what other people were doing, whether they're playing Dark Ties or the base 3 first. And a lot of people were saying that they were going to do Dark Ties first, which is understandable. Because canonically, from my understanding, that canonically there are parts of Dark Ties that are prior to 3. But people are also saying that it spoils parts of 3. So it is kind of meant to be an addendum to the game as opposed to a prequel, I guess. So I'm planning on, I'll be playing the base game as of right now. Obviously Dark Ties I'll play. They're definitely gonna play it, but it'll be treated as the DLC, like a post game DLC, as opposed to a prequel to this game. Why is that broken on everything, or is that just broken on these songs? I wonder if the album art's just broken. Weird. I know I'm playing different music, but I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, weird. I guess the album art's just broken on the thing. No. Shuffle play. There we go. Back to Yakuza music. I mean, that's something I can't fix. That's something that the software needs to be done. Because I know I fucked around a little bit with getting it to look at least kind of like what I want it to look like. But maybe there's something actually in the site. Cover glow magic colors, hide on pause, cover blur. Yeah. Even pulling it up on, like, taking a brand new link from the site, it just isn't showing album art. And there's no selection here that I have that isn't pulling up the album art. Is there a setting? Uh, yeah, I don't see anything in the software about it. All right. We just deal with it, I guess. I mean, at least you can still see the song. That's all that really matters. But yeah, I'm excited for the to be able to play this. It's going to be a good time. Now the question here is, was there anything else that I needed to talk about? There may have been, and I just don't remember because I kind of just want to play the game. I think. So I think we might just do that. There it is. Oh, look how good it looks. Let's see. Pause the music. Yeah. It doesn't, having it not fade out is jarring. Let me get rid of that. Now I just need to get my monitor switched over. Get myself game audio. Hell yeah. Think a little bit louder. I also saw that they had to put up a few more games on the PlayStation Plus. So Crow Country was one that I know I looked at for a while. It's like, oh, it's on here. Sure. And then a Hollow Knight, which eventually I'll get to. But I'm going to start the recording, and then we shall get started with a game I've been looking forward to for a little while. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream, but it is the first episode of Yakuza Kiwami 3. As you can see here, there are two stories. You get to choose which story you play. I looked up online just to see what people were doing. Obviously, I've played 3 before. I played 3 on stream. Played the original 3. But a lot of people were saying that they were playing Dark Ties first. Which would make sense. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of do what some other people were saying, along with, I think, something that RGG was kind of hinting towards. They said right away that you could play either. It's available, but there are things apparently in Dark Ties that spoil what happened in Kiwami 3, or in 3, I should say. So a part of me thinks that if they're going to do something that's spoilery for the game, obviously I've played it, I'm assuming that the spoilers are what happens at the end game of 3. And not like something specific to Kiwami. But regardless of that, I'm going to play through the main game first, and then we'll treat Dark Ties as like a post-game DLC. So that's the thought process of where we're gonna go with this. But let's play this game. Text language English. Japanese language or spoken language. I need to hear my Kiryu and Majima and everyone else. I did play a little bit of the demo, and by a little bit I mean I made it through like the opening cutscene of the demo, realized where it was in the story, and then realized that it was just the story. So I'm just like, hell yeah. So yeah, as you can see, you can pick between the two. Oh, right, because this comes out on both. General game settings. I literally just booted this game up, so I think all those are fine. All of those should be fine. Subtitles are on. Usually I don't have to change anything here, but I'm just double checking to make sure. Yeah, I think we're okay. I don't have HDR. Plus, even when it comes down to it, streaming with HDR, it just isn't good. I wish there was a filter that you could put onto the stream to let HDR look at least okay, but it always looks washed out to me. Oh my god, the orphanage. It's still baby Haruka. Hell yeah. Look at that man right there. Also, I know there's new things, like new minigames as part of this. I'll probably do some of it on stream, but I'll probably play through a lot of the minigame stuff off stream. Just because a lot of that stuff I think is a little more grindy. You're not my Rikia. Aniki. どうしたんだ? 何かあったのか? 親父が撃たれた. Nani? Meanwhile, in central Tokyo. Oh yeah, all of 2. We had baby Daigo too. This is the first time I think we see Daigo at this age. Canonically. Dojima です。ええ。だからその件に関しては先日お断りしたはずじゃ。ええ、そうです。この件、登場会は一切手引かせてもらいます。だから断ると言ってるんだ。たとえ100億200億積まれても
答えは同じだ。それじゃ
会長。
うん。
今の電話、例の沖縄の一件では。
None of your business.
本当に断っていいのでしょうか。
どういう意味だ。
お言葉ですが、今本家は直系白鵬会の上がりでやっていけてる状態です。もしあの沖縄の一件うちが引き受ければ、この先10年は食っていけるだけの金が本家になだれ込みます。ざっと見積もって1000億、いやそれ以上の金が。それに今あの男に恩を売っておけば、後々政界との強いパイプが。
黙れ。そんなことは役も承知だ。
I'm trying to remember.
だが
Obviously, Daigo knows Kiryu's in Okinawa. I'm trying to remember if, like, the rest of the Tojo knows that.
ですか。
Oh, I guess that answers my question.
東上会は4代目に何度も救われてきた。その人から居場所を奪うことはできねえ。おい。
はい。
急いで本部へ戻ってくれ。
会長、会食のご予定はどうされるんですか。
キャンセルだ。それより今は沖縄の土地買収を勝手に進めるような連中が出ないよう組織を固める方が先決だ。
Why are my frames dropping? Oh. Good old unstable connections. Because I'm playing this on the PlayStation. It's not even like I'm trying to play this on the same computer that I'm trying to stream from. Holy cow. Okay. You better now? You good, OBS? I think we're okay for now.
Kaijo.
なんだ。
実は先ほど会長にお客様が。
誰だ。
それが。
You're telling me this now? Oh, okay, I guess. Someone different.
何。
本当です。どこからどう見てもご本人としか言いようがありません。
どこにいる。
今、会長室にお通ししてあります。
わかった。
I really could just put the controller down.
風間さん。あなた死んだはずじゃ。
驚かせましたか。
Yeah, that storyline. Forgot about that one.
これは。
今のあなたにとって大切なものです。
And it's the bartender from Revolve.
これは沖縄の土地の権利書。
Revolver, whatever the fuck the one in Hawaii
あの
is.
土地には4代目が。
知ってますよ。あなたにはあの桐生一馬がいる土地を奪うことはできない。だからあなたに代わって私たちが権利書を取ってきたんです。
どうしてそのことを。
今我々は東上会に沖縄の土地買収の件から 降りてもらうわけにはいかないんです。
だが俺はあの沖縄の一件もう手を引くと決めたんだ。
あなたは登場界の6代目。3万人の構成員を養うにはそんなことは言ってらんないでしょう。
それでも俺が断ると言ったら。
それは困りましたね。
Well, 07 Daigo.
Ojiki.
He's the same guy.
中原は
今手術してます。
どうなんだ親父の容体は。
くそ。
さきちゃん
I forgot about her
怖
too.
かったね。
サキ、お前は大丈夫だったのか？犯人は割れてんのか？
いいえ、お嬢と二人きりのところを襲われたんで。親父は腹に数発食らったみたいで。
どこかの組の会士か？
いえ、多分土地買収の絡みです。事務所から例の土地の権利書がなくなってました。
何？
絶対玉城組の連中に決まってる。奴ら1年前のことで俺たちを逆恨みして。
いや、それがどうも違うみたいで。
ん？どうしたんだサキ？
誰ですか？
これはこいつが撃ったのか？
Father!
兄貴、こいつ兄貴が知ってる人なんすか？
ああ、俺の死んだ親父、風間のおやっさんだ。
Chapter 1. How long has that been? It's been like 10 minutes. Oh, Yakuza games. I love you. But damn, you are wordy. Oh, yeah.
明日立つのね。
Forgot about her in 2.
そう。私もお別れを言いに来たわ。
This is how they write her off. I should visit the graves before we leave. Was this... I think this is the way that you get the recap. Nishiki, you were my friend and my brother. We grew up together at Sunflower Orphanage. Then we both joined a Yakuza organization called the Dojima family, run by Patriarch Sohei Dojima. But that night, everything changed. The night you killed Dojima and turned all our lives upside down. There's Yakuza 1. I took the fall for the murder, left Yumi in your care, and spent 10 years in prison. Yet despite all that I sacrificed, Yumi's disappearance and your sister's illness led you down a path of despair. 10 years later, you were a changed man. All you cared about was becoming chairman of the Tojo clan. The only thing left in you was ambition. In the chaos after 10 billion yen was stolen from the Tojo clan, you and I found ourselves on opposing sides as former friends turned unwitting rivals. Still, in the end, you sacrificed yourself to save us. I'll never forget what you did. I wouldn't be standing here now if it weren't for you. You know what?
2005年12月、俺は
Tell me the story, Kiryu. It has been a bit. At least for 2. One is one that gets retold, I think, a lot, but
俺たちの運命は決まっていたのかもしれない。
I definitely think the story of 2 needs to get
俺がまだ東
shown
上会
again.
の二次団体堂島組にいた頃、俺には家族と言える仲間が3人いた。一人は同じ個人
Also the Zero Engine.
西山
I forget what was that an Unreal Engine game? It was 2 that they switched over to, or Kiwami 2 that they switched over to Dragon.
風間慎太郎。
Father!
そしてもう一人は子供の頃から愛し続けた女、ユミだった。両親がいなかった俺にとってその3人はこの世で唯一の家族と言える存在だった。
Also Nishiki when he was not
だが
an Angie boy.
やっちまった。東上会の大幹部を。
俺の目の前には屍になった堂島組長の姿があった。原因は堂島組長が
It's funny that
弓に手を出した
Sohei Dojima, like there's nothing that you see of him at the beginning of 1.
弓を連れて
You only see him in 0.
お前は
行け錦弓を頼む。行け。かけがえのない二人を守る。
At some point I'll play through original 1 and 2 on the PS2.
俺は覚悟を決め
That's not today though. And probably not for a little bit either.
始め。
刑期は10年。
Don't like
服
Bulk
役
hear
した
you.
俺には組織からの破門状とユミが失踪したという知らせが届けられた。親殺しの汚名。組織から見放された俺は自分を見失いそうになった。だがそんな俺を忘れないでいてくれる人間がいた。おやっさん。風間のおやっさんだった。出所した俺は風間のおやっさんに会うため、そして何よりも服役中の10年間に起こったことを確かめるためカムロ町へと戻ってきた。そんな俺を待ち受けていたのは
There's Angie Nishiki.
直系組長の皆さんがいるこの場で、
You could tell because he slicked back his hair.
東都銀行の貸金庫にあった組の金100億
God, I forgot his name.
盗まれたってのは本当ですか？
表変したかつての親友と消えた100億を狙う屈強な男たちだった。おやす！突如登場界に起こった跡目争い。次第に俺は
Hey, maybe you could have just pointed at the bullet hole in the window and been like, came from out there.
俺は風間のおやっさんの言葉を信じ、事件と関係するという行方不明の弓を探す。だが
Yeah, this was a thing to behold.
そこで出会ったのは
Which I don't think we still don't think we found out how that whole situation happened. Like, why is Haruka there holding a pistol and everyone's dead?
まだ9歳の女の子だった。
Oh yeah, baby Haruka.
はるかは母親を探すため、たった一人で町へとやってきていた。単なる偶然の出会い。だがそんな少女と俺には一つの共通点があった。お前、どうするんだこれから。
私にはお母さんとユミお姉ちゃんだけだから。
ユミ、母親を探す少女は俺が
There's no one else in this world named Yumi. It's the only one. You're the, or she's the only one.
彼女と共に事件を追いかけることとなった。だが
わしらがおっとんのはそこのお嬢さんですわ。
突如早くは100億の鍵を握る少女として組織から追われることとなってしまう。
Wait, now that I think about it, when I played original 3, did we have this? This version of a recap? Because if we did, it would probably be original graphics. Because the Kiwamis, I don't think were out by that point.
俺を取り調べたことがきっかけで人生を曲げた刑事は
Hey, Date.
失ったキャリアを取り戻すため捜査の協力を要請してきた。
キリュウ、俺は今3代目のセラの殺しを追ってる。手風。
事件を追う元極道と現職の刑事。
Oh, there's no video.
不思議な縁で組むことになった俺たちの間には次第に友情が生まれ始める。
Yep, there's no video recap.
しかし
I just looked it up.
桐生一馬。 誘拐の現行犯として。
I mean, it makes sense that they did a video recap because it has been a while for a lot of people, probably. Like, if I recall, Kiwami 2 came out? Was it Kiwami 2 6? Infinite Wealth, Regular Like a Dragon, Gaiden, Pirate Yakuza. Like, there's been a number of games that have come out since Kiwami 2. I don't remember when Kiwami 1 came out. I think 6 came out after Kiwami 2. I think Kiwami 2 was the first Dragon Engine. Oh, Shimano. There's our boy.
歴戦の修羅場をくぐり抜けた者たちとの戦いは
There's the other bartender for Evolve in Yokohama.
1995年の事件で
I don't think I ever actually came across her. I think that's a side mission. But I kind of regret not going or not coming across her. Or it's DLC or something. But it was in 1, and I think at that point I was like, I think even 0 at the point I was kind of like, eh. But I think I went back on it and went like, yeah, this is fucking great. Because I've played it several times since then. Hey, Florist. It's gonna be cool to see people again that we haven't seen for several games. Oh shit, what was her name? Naomi? Is that her name? I don't remember because she died in 1. No, 1 or 2. I think 1. Oh, Jingu. Big old nothing burger. An annoying boss, but...
He
was like in the last maybe like 10, 20% of the game. Probably 10%.
ついにたどり着いた事件の真相。
This is gonna be a long episode because if all of them are this long.
島野から命がけで遥かを守った風間のおやっさんは事件のすべてを俺に告げる。
You're fine. You survived a bullet wound earlier.
許してくれ、風間。お前の親殺したのは俺なんだ。いいんだ。いいんだ、おやさん。俺にとっちおやさんが本当の
That's such a strange response. I killed your parents. That's fine. You were my dad. All right. I mean, I guess to an extent, but
100億が眠る地ミレニアムタワーへと向かった。そこにはユミが待っていた。そしてハルカが探していた母親はユミだった。親子としての再会。だがその束の間の幸せは長くは続かなかった。
Kiryu could just never be happy. Not even for a moment.
やってきたのは100億を取り戻しに来た神宮恭平だった。神宮は登場界に見切りをつけ、関西の組織近江連合と手を組むことで日本の裏社会と表社会を牛耳る計画を立てていた。
Still, I remember from, I think it was 6, with finding out what's his face got Haruka pregnant. Just when Kiryu found out, just that look, just the you what?
あなたは私を撃てない。これが爆発すれば店の中にある100億も一緒に消えてなくなる。
ユミの命がけの勇気とおやっさんから受け継いだ意志を胸に、俺は登場界4代目桐生一馬だ。
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm the 4th chairman now.
しかし全てが終わったと思われた時、そこに現れたのは。
終わったか。これでようやく落ち着けるな、錦。
10年という時を経て変わってしまった俺たちは。
Boom, 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 down. I mean, this is just Kiryu's theme at this point.
戦い合うしかなかった。そして
I'm still like kind of thinking about it now. I watched the Like a Dragon Amazon series, and I'm like, it's disappointing. Like, I know there are people who call it like egregious with how many differences that they made. I just think there was a lot to the one that's came out that's just like a fucking meme. I think is more accurate, and it's not all that accurate. Yeah, it's just like rewatching this. I'm like, this was a big story. Like, it's the whole concept. Oh yeah, by the way, no longer 4th chairman. It's the whole story of Kiryu and like who he is. why he acts the way he does.
生きていくことを決めた。
And Haruka is a big deal to him. Is there anything else I wanted to say to people here? Nope, no one else. We'll probably have to pause the episode, or not pause. Ads are gonna play, but this is probably gonna be another. Oh, wait, Yumi's. Is that Tarada then? Yumi, I still think back to the time you, and Nishiki spent at Sunflower. We sure had some fun, huh? Even after Nishiki and I joined the Dojima family, we always made time for you. Serena, the bar where you worked became our favorite hangout spot. The three of us were happy then. Looking back on it now, it almost feels like a dream. Then on that fateful day, Sohei Dojima kidnapped you, and you had to watch as Nishiki murdered him. The shock of it all caused you to lose your memory. Before you remembered yourself again, however, you met a... Right, met a diet. Was it diet? I think it's... Whatever. Member named Kyohei Jingu. Cause that... Is that... I think that's Korean? Because I know there's a lot of Korean stuff that happens in the background. And I had a child with him, Haruka. Once you recovered your memory and learned of Jingu's scheme, you left Haruka at Sunflower and began working with Sarah. Oh yeah, Sarah is the previous chairman, and Kazuma-san to stop him. Yumi, there's so much I wish I had gotten to say to you. I'm sure Haruka feels the same, so we'll be back to visit again. I promise. Will we? I guess this is Tarada's. This one's Papa's. How could I repay you for everything you did for me? Even though you were a ranking Tojo officer, you devoted your life to Sunflower Orphanage to raise me and the other kids with nowhere else to turn. And when I was expelled from the clan and sent to prison for murder of Sohei Dojima, you never abandoned me, the whole 10 years I was away. Then, when I finally got out, you secretly used the Kazuma family to protect me from all the Tojo men who were out for my head. You even laid down your life to save Haruka. After you died, I took over as the 4th chairman for the Tojo clan for about 30 minutes and managed to stop the infighting. But I wanted to wash my hands of the Yakuza life, so I installed Tarada from the Omi Alliance as the 5th chairman. Like me, he owed you a massive debt. Not long after, I returned to the fold when the Jingweon... Okay, yeah, this is the Korean mafia. The Jingweon mafia used the Kansai invasion to enact their revenge, but somehow we overcame that crisis as well. I think that's the story of 2, or starts with 2. Some Jingweon Mafia members you spared 20 years ago wanted revenge against the Dojima family for their downfall, but I managed to thwart the plans. Yeah, that's part of 2. We're 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait for Tarada until after the other side of the ads. Just cause that, oh, ooh. This is a nice, pause screen. So I will see you on the other side. Boy, I forgot how wordy some of these games are. Running. Also, just right at the beginning of the game. Oh, damn. Sammy Core. I guess this is the best time to do it. Still early enough. Click on you. Connect to OBS. Thank you. Switch the screen back over. There we go. Yeah, like, I mean, a part of it is, once again, reminding people what the stories are. And it is kind of necessary. Again, the first one, not as much, because like with everything, there's like a bunch of different adaptations of the first story. It's like Pokemon, right? Gen 1 is done over and over and over again. Gen 2, my favorite generation, has been redone once with Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So, I mean, that's another thing that I hope to play at some point, is there's a Polished Crystal ROM hack. That I think would be a lot of fun to play if and only if that ROM hack introduces a randomizer. Because I don't necessarily need to play it outright again. Play the vanilla version. But anyway, the whole point was what I was getting at is like the first of whatever tends to be remade a bunch of times, and Yakuza is no different. So the story of 2 I don't know as well, or I don't remember as well, because it's not been stated as often. All right, we're back. Hopefully you got popcorn, because now we're going to go through the story of 2. Terada. As one of the 4 kings of Omi, you helped lead the largest Yakuza group in Kansai, the Omi Alliance. Despite working for our rivals, you owed a huge debt to Kazuma-san. Together, you even tried to stop the Tojo clan's infighting over the missing 10 billion yen. After seeing the kindness and generosity in your heart, I decided to leave the Tojo clan in your hands. And so, you became the 5th chairman. Big mistake. You did your best to rebuild, to protect the weakened Tojo clan from the Omi Alliance. You proposed the truth with their leader, Jin Goda. But it was all part of the plot to take revenge for the Jingweon massacre from over 20 years earlier. As you died, you asked me to trust you. And despite everything, I did. Because I knew how seriously you took your debt to Kazuma-san. Popcorn.
2005年12月東上界から消えた100億をめぐる事件の後俺は都政から足を洗い遥と2人
Yeah, now we're in Dragon Engine.
平穏な日々を過ごせる幸せをかみしめながら
I think I remember seeing this and I went, holy shit.
日々を過ごしていた
Oh yeah. One starts off in the same graveyard.
構想でこの世を去っていった者たちの墓前に手を合わせる遥かの思いとは裏腹に事件は始まろうとしていた
Ooh, foreshadowing that end plot is empty.
近江連合の合田会長と杯を交わそうと思っております。
杯？俺の跡目を引き受け東上界の5代目となった寺田は敵対する関西最大の組織近江連合との争いを避けるべく五分の杯を交わす考えを打ち明けるしかしそこに待っていたのは
Yeah, what a start to 2 this was.
寺田は朦朧とする意識の中俺に近江連合との杯を託すと息絶えてしまう
But
弱体化した登場界という大門、寺田という東大を失い、
you just can't be happy.
俺は再びカムロ町へと戻っていった。そう、ある男に会うため。その男とは、
Yeah, not quite Baby Dojima, but Baby Dojima was in Zero. But fuckboy Dojima.
堂島宗平の実の息子である堂島大吾という男だった。
登場会に
I don't know why I was using his last name. I usually call him Daigo.
お前が必
Oh
要
well.
だ。
近江連合との杯交渉は、一つ間違えば死が待っている道。俺は自分にもしものことがあった時、
I remember this fight being tough.
この男しかいないと考えていた。
1年前組をめちゃくちゃにしたのはあんただろうが。そうだ。だから俺はその責任を取りに来た。
しかし
登場会を頼む。ダメだ。俺も行く。何？俺はな、関西に借りがあるんだよ。大悟。何を言おうが無駄だ。たとえあんたが行かなくても、俺は行くぜ。
こうして俺と大悟は、登場会と近江連合との杯を実現させるべく、関西へと向かうのだった。大阪蒼天
堀。
近江連合会長合田陣との会合の前夜、俺はこの関西一の歓楽街で
The Grand!
一人の男と運
Yeah!
命的な出会いをする。
おい、女子の数が少ないやないけ。支配人はどこにおるんや。
ちょっと目合わせたらあかん。
Where's the fucking manager? Majima's not there.
有名な薬剤師さんなんやって。
And you would, I don't think you'd want Majima.
二代目合流会会長合田隆
Fucking
二、
Goda.
人呼んで関西の竜。
Ryuji Goda.
極道の世界で竜と呼ばれる男は一匹でええんですわ。あんたもそう思いますやろ。まあな、これも何かの縁や。ついでにもっとええ話教えさせてもらいます。
Mr. Pants Stealer himself in Zero.
カムロ町に
Right, that was the side mission.
ドカンと一発打ち上がるんです。花火。
Boom.
龍二の言葉通り、その夜、カムロ町の風間組事務所は爆破されてしまう。これが花火。
Also, the Millennium Tower can't catch a break either.
男が仕掛けた戦争の火種。それは登場会と近江連合の杯を了承した近江連合会長の合田陣営も襲いかかる。
龍二。
近江と東条が五分の杯やと。8に91の間違いとちゃうんか。
お前何しに来た。お前は執行部の人間やない。
やれ。
何をする。
No, stop it.
やはり戦争なのか。そうや、西と東の大戦争。それこそがわしの狙いや。それともう一つ。
俺か。合田隆二という男の狙い、それは合流会による全国制覇、そして 堂島の竜と呼ばれる俺との戦いだった。東上会と近江連合の杯を阻止するため、実の父親である合田会長を誘拐しようとする合流会。俺と大悟は合田会長を連れ戻すべく龍二との戦いへ向かう。しかしそんな時、意外な人物に
Also, I love their courtyard. It's the shape of the crest. Oh. Sup?
本部内の全員連行や。
はいはい。
Hey, lady. Oh, cool. We're...
府警4課の佐山薫です。
I don't understand why OBS is so borked. No, one cuff on me.
出会いだった。関西で勃発した近江連合の内紛、そしてカムロ町の爆発事件。
Yeah, OBS is struggling today.
警視庁ではある一人の男が動き出そうとしていた。
あれからもう20年以上経つのか。
捜査中の発砲を繰り返し、殺人刑事と揶揄された危険な男。
Oh, cool. It's just dead
おいてなお
right now.
鋭い瞳を光らせるこの刑事は、かつての相棒伊達さんを呼び出し、カムロ町で暗躍す。
Hold on, I will actually pause this for a second. Oh yeah, it just says me as offline right now. I mean, at least the recording's still going. I want to stop the stream here. Maybe? I'm going to also pause the recording. Let's hopefully see you on the other side without it having to be two separate videos. Oh, is YouTube still playing? What the fuck? Okay.